All right. Hello, everyone. So I am sending you this recording because we were scheduled to have our character education lesson today. And as we know, Blackboard BBC is not working very well. So it kicked me out a few times. I think it was kicking you all out as well. And we were only in class for a few minutes together before that happened. So I'm so sorry that we can't have our regular class session and talk with each other like we normally do. So we're going to go ahead today, and I'm making a recording of this for you to watch at home and to do some of the fun activities at home. So again, my name is Mrs. Snyder. If you're new to this, or maybe you weren't in class today, but you're still watching this recording, my name is Mrs. Snyder, and I am your school counselor here for the elementary grades, K through 5. Um, in today's lesson, we had grades 3, 4, and 5 all in the room with us. And that is our Thursday counseling class time at 10:30. So if you're watching this and you've never came to one, now's your chance to join in and get a little preview of what it's like. But we do a character education every month, and each month we have a new character trait. So for this month, we are talking about honesty. And we are going to read a book today that talks all about honesty and trustworthiness and why that's so important. So I'm going to go ahead and get us started. All right, so again, our book is called Trustworthiness. Whoops. And it is from our Big Universe library that we utilize for all of our character education needs. And if you've never checked out the Big Universe library, it's connected to your online school, and it's amazing. There are so many electronic books in there that you can read, lots of different topics. And I also include some information about how to access this in the school counseling newsletter. So if you have received that newsletter, it'll be in your email. I just sent it out at the beginning of February and again last week. But it's great. I always check the library for a book to help me teach character education. So today's book is called Trustworthiness. All right, so the contents of today, what are we reading about? We're going to talk about what is trustworthiness, being trustworthy, and spreading trust. And then at the end of the book, we will have some fun activities that you all can do at home with your learning coaches or family members. That'll be really fun for you as well. All right, so let's get started. What is trustworthiness? Sally saw her science teacher drop a paper. It was the answers to that day's test. "Excuse me, Miss White," she said, "you dropped this." Miss White smiled. She took the test answers from Sally. "Thanks," she said. "Not everyone is as trustworthy as you are." Your teacher will appreciate your honesty if you avoid copying someone else's work. So think to yourself in our environment, let's say your teacher accidentally emailed you the answers for all of the assignments for the daily plan for all week long. Would you go ahead and say, "Hey, teacher, you accidentally emailed me all the answers. Here you go, you can have them back." Or would you use them to do your assignments for the week? So it's a tough call, but hopefully being honest and being trustworthy wins out there. People can count on you when you are trustworthy. You do what you say you're going to do. Melanie is a trustworthy person. She tells the truth. She admits her mistakes even when it might be easier to lie. You do the right thing when you are trustworthy. So your family and friends will be understanding if you admit your mistakes. So when I did this lesson with kindergarten, first and second grade, we talked about a story where two kids were playing in their living room with a ball and it knocked over a vase and broke it. And the one kid wanted to hide the vase in the closet and not tell their mom that they broke it and maybe try to glue it later. And the other kid wanted to be honest and just tell their mom, "Hey, we're sorry. We know we shouldn't be playing ball in the living room, but we broke your vase. Can you help us fix it?" So they decided to go ahead and tell their mom, and the mom was way happier to know that they were just honest. She wasn't that worried about the vase, and they all helped each other glue it back together. So in that situation, it probably was easier to just lie in the moment, but afterwards, let's say the mom found out that they lied and she found the broken vase, that creates a much bigger problem, because now you know that your kids are lying to you. You don't know when you can trust them. Either way, you feel really bad. You feel bad that you broke the vase, and now you feel worse that you lied. So in our story, the kids felt better that they told the truth, and the mom told them how much harder it is to fix broken trust than it is to just fix something like a broken vase. So keep that in mind. All right, being trustworthy. There are many ways to be trustworthy at home. Stephen is reliable when his parents ask him to do chores. He finishes them as soon as he can. He does a good job. He does not just try to get it over with. That lets people know they can count on him to get things done. So your parents will trust you if you do your chores the right way and get them done on time. So doing what you say you're going to do is a wonderful way to build trust. Being trustworthy means keeping your promises. This means doing what you say you'll do. A trustworthy person does not let other people down. Miles promised to help his friend Betty work on a project after school. He showed that he was trustworthy by keeping his word. If you don't keep your word, your friends might not be able to count on you again. Keeping promises to your friends is an important part of being trustworthy. So if you tell your friend you're going to do something for them or be there for them, it's really important that you do it. If you've ever had a friend tell you that they're going to do something and then they don't do it, or they make plans with you and then they cancel them, that's not the best feeling to have. And sometimes we don't know exactly if we can trust that person. But obviously, things come up, and it's important to be honest about that. If something comes up and you have to not do something you told your friend you could do, but keeping your word is also really important. You can be trustworthy at school too. Catherine is trustworthy. She never cheats on tests or homework. Sometimes it might be tempting to copy someone else's answers, but that is never the right thing to do. Your classmates and teachers will not respect you if you cheat. If you are caught cheating, people will not trust you. So in our environment, it's really important to be the person completing your work, completing your assignments, doing those Star 360 and Easy CBM tests, because we need to know how we can help you best. And cheating doesn't really help anybody and certainly doesn't help you learn. You are trustworthy when you don't take things that belong to other people. Tyler's friend Jeremy has a new video game that he really wants to play. Jeremy left Tyler alone in his room one day when he was visiting. Did Tyler steal the game? Nope. A trustworthy person doesn't steal at all. People who are trustworthy earn money and save up for the things they want to buy. Stealing from other people breaks their trust in you. So sometimes we might see other people's items and it might be tempting to take them if we're visiting at a friend's house or if we find something that someone dropped. But it's really, really important to know that it's not yours. You did not earn it. It was not given to you, and you don't have permission to just take it. So that all goes hand in hand with being honest, doing the right thing, and showing other people that you're trustworthy. Spreading the trust. The way you act affects other people. If you are trustworthy, other people might be too. Danny was in a store. He saw someone drop money and walk away. The person didn't know that she dropped it. Danny picked it up and gave it back to her. Your honesty may inspire other people to be honest too. So think about that. If you're in a store and you notice someone drops a bunch of their money, if someone sees you pick it up and take it, they're going to think, oh, wow, that person's really not trustworthy. You probably won't feel the greatest about yourself for doing that. And then that poor person that dropped it might not be able to pay for what it was they were buying at the store. But if you give that money back to the person, they might feel inspired to do the right thing next time because of how kind you were and what a great example that you set. And again, it goes back to it's not yours to take in the first place. So finding something on the ground does not mean that it belongs to you. All about doing the right thing and being honest. You can be trustworthy in your community too. Do not take things from your neighbors or damage their property. We need to be kind to our neighbors. Instead, lend a hand when they need help. Katie offered to do yard work when that family that lives next door was out of town. Make sure you keep your word if you promise to help. So all of these ideas that we're talking about work together. So we don't just want to keep our word with our friends. We want to make sure we do it to everyone that we promise something to. And we want to make sure that we're not taking other people's property, no matter whose it is. Helping your family and neighbors with chores can help build their trust in you. And it's just a nice thing to do. All right. People know they can rely on you when you are trustworthy. You get along better with your family and friends. They know that you act in ways that are honest and fair. You will feel good knowing you've earned their trust. So, trust will help you build strong relationships with your family and friends. And think about the people in your life that you trust. It feels so good to have someone in your life that you can trust and tell things to and count on to be there for you. So, it's important that we're that person for other people as well. All right, so here's some activities you can do at home. So, this one we want you to think. Think about what would the world be like if you couldn't trust anyone? What if even your parents and your best friend lied to you? Think of things that might happen if no one was trustworthy ever. So that'd be a pretty scary place. So think about that one. This activity is asking us to create. So make up a story about someone who isn't trustworthy. What might happen to that person? Would he or she learn a lesson about being trustworthy? Tell your story to a parent or a friend or your learning coach when it's done. All right, I want you to also look around. Pay attention to the people you trust the most. What is it that makes them trustworthy? What can you do to be more like these people? So look up to the people around you that you admire for their trustworthiness and their honesty, and those people that you can really, really count on. All right, also ask questions. Your parents might ask you to do a new chore. Make sure you understand what they want you to do. Ask questions to be sure you know what they expect. They will trust you if they know you are trying hard to do your best. So when someone asks you questions to kind of clarify what you mean about something, it shows that they're interested in doing the right thing, like doing chores around the house. All right, so yay, we are all done for today. I wish we were together in our BBC classroom to talk together and share with each other. I'll definitely miss you guys this week, but great job learning how to be honest, and I hope that we can all join each other again next week, and that Blackboard is working better for us. If you have any questions or you want to talk to me about being honest or trustworthy or anything at all, please just respond to my email and reach out to me. I'm here for you guys. And I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you next week. Thanks, everyone.